Frick, Mellon, Carnegie, names that are synonymous with Pittsburgh. We'll add to that distinguished list Rogers, as in Mr. Rogers, the man known for his sweaters and sneakers and quiet ways, the man who has created the longest-running children's program on public TV right here in Pittsburgh.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine?
Mr. Rogers has not only entertained kids for years, he's also helped them talk about their feelings and learn about new situations.
Would you be mine?
He taught me how to wash my hands. He taught me how to feed my fish. Taught me not to be mean to anybody.
Many ways to say I love you.
Fred Rogers joins us this morning, and welcome to Today.
Thank you. Good morning, Jane. It's all right if I call you Jane?
All right if I call you Mr.? Mr. Rogers. You know, I was thinking this morning that you represent the very demarcation between one generation and another. My generation's anthem began M-I-C-K-E-Y, and now, no, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Last week we were at Bowling Green State University in Ohio, and as I got up to say a few words at the commencement, all of the commencement class got up and sang, "It's a beautiful day," and there were 2,000 people singing that song. I was so touched.
You know, they were certainly viewers as children, but what you were telling me just a moment ago is they might still be watching.
Oh, yes. There are a lot of neighborhood viewers who are beyond the age of your twins who watch. Many grandparents even watch, Jane.
Actually, you didn't need to tell me that. I knew that. Knowing that Mr. Rogers' neighborhood is, in fact, in Pittsburgh certainly explains the trolleys. How did you come here?
I was at NBC in New York right after college, working for such programs as The Voice of Firestone and the NBC Opera Theater and the Kate Smith Hour. And I heard that public television was going to begin in Pittsburgh. As a matter of fact, here was where the first community-sponsored television program began, the station WQED. And so I applied, and I was one of the first 6 people to begin this station. And nobody wanted to do a children's program. So one of the secretaries and I, her name was Josie Carey, started what's called the Children's Corner. And one of your producers, Cindy, told me that she was an old tame tiger.
Cindy Samuels, yes.
So we may have to have a reunion someday.
You know, it occurs to me that you remind us of how much broadcasting is began here, that you could call Pittsburgh the cradle of broadcasting. And sitting next to Fred Rogers, it's ever true. It's a pleasure to meet you. The first time I've ever been able to tell my kids I was interviewing somebody they cared about. Oh, really? They say. Thanks again. We'll be back after station break.
On Matlock, a justice blinded by jealousy turns to murder. Dick Van Dyke is a killer judging his own crime.
It's very strange.
Matlock lays down the law Tuesday.
Mercury Sable's got your style with V6 power and front-wheel drive. And now, on the special limited edition White Knight Sable, you can save hundreds when you buy a preferred equipment package. Let Mercury Sable take you away at your Lincoln Mercury Merkur dealer.
Now get 3.9 annual percentage rate financing or up to $500 cash back. A Family's Dirty Laundry is aired on television today at 4 on The Judge.
As I've already noted, the Pittsburgh Pirates are celebrating their centennial this season, and for 100 years now, they've been a big part of the cultural fabric of the city of Pittsburgh. The Pirates have a rich and storied past, a past that includes the legendary Honus Wagner, considered the best shortstop of all time, and a past that includes the home run prowess of Ralph Kiner.
There it goes clear out over the scoreboard.
Pittsburgh's championship moments bear some memorable signatures. Bill Mazeroski's ninth-inning home run won the '60 World Series. Roberto Clemente's all-around dominance of the '71 series. And Willie Stargell's We Are Family leadership that carried the Pirates to their last championship. That was back in 1979.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me.
Still, all families know hard times, and since '79, Pirate fortunes have taken a turn for the worse. Attendance, never good, suffered even worse when Mills closed down. The team's image suffered when a major baseball drug scandal broke and focused attention on Pittsburgh. And things on the field weren't much better. A series of losing seasons brought expected results and put the club in an economic bind. The Pirates were put up for sale, and there was even talk they'd leave Pittsburgh.
We only drew, I think, 600,000, 700,000 people. We had the drug scandal happen here in Pittsburgh. Had a lot of guys wanted to be traded. They want to play for the Pirates. Just a lot of things happened in '85 that were very, very negative, and that was the toughest year.
But due to some last-minute scrambling and a unique ownership plan, the team was saved. They are still the Pittsburgh Pirates.
I don't see the National League and not having Pittsburgh Pirates in Pittsburgh. I don't know what other name they can call it. Vermont Pirates or something like New Jersey Pirates. It just doesn't sound the same.
Three men representing the Pirates' past, present, and future fortunes are with us. Former Pirate star Willie Stargell, Malcolm Pride, the president of the club, and current first baseman Sid Bream. Gentlemen, good morning to all.
Good morning.
Congratulations to you two. First of all, you're coming off a victory against Willie's Atlanta Braves, but we'll talk about that in a minute. How close did this team ever come to really leaving Pittsburgh?
Very close, Bryant. It was very close to not being able to be put together. The ownership that we were able to put together was sort of after all other options had been foreclosed, and it was a very, very close proposition.
Part of the problem, obviously, is because the turnstiles don't click enough. Even in the good times, you guys had trouble drawing. Why? Isn't Pittsburgh a good baseball city?
Well, I've always felt that the move from Oakland to the Northside had an awful lot to do with it. It had that unique atmosphere in Oakland where everybody was together. It was very easy to get to, and it created a tradition that I think people was unable to handle once they moved over here. They didn't like the new change. But we've always felt good about playing here.
I saw R.J. Reynolds had a comment the other day, and he said some days you walk out on the field, you wonder if they open the gates. Are you conscious of it when you walk out there? I mean, do you check out the stands?
Well, it's very much a part of it. Basically, after you come back from a road trip where you have 25, 30,000 in the stands, and then you come back and you see maybe 2,500, 5,000 in the stands. I mean, that is when it hurts the most, I would think.
And how big a crunch does it become? I asked this really of the two of you. I mean, how strong is the commitment to staying in Pittsburgh, or is it a matter of, hey, if we can get it going, if we can start to turn a profit, if we can stop losing money, then we'll be here, or is it an open-ended question?
No, I think it's clearly we have to put this franchise on a self-sustaining basis. I think this is a good sports town. I think this is a good baseball town, and I think we will attract the fans we need to stabilize. But we must stabilize the thing financially, Bryant. It can't go on indefinitely in a losing proposition.
Sid, how far away are you from being contenders? Legit.
Well, I tell you right now, I definitely believe we have the offense, the regulars, in order to support a winning ball club. I think our pitching staff, maybe, you know, one or two starters in our pitching staff, would definitely make us the contenders in the National League.
Wilbur, and is it possible for you to look at the Pirates objectively? I know you wear a Braves uniform day in and day out, but do you still check Pittsburgh's box score with regularity, or do you care?
Without question, and I was telling Sid and Malcolm, the one thing that I really enjoy hearing is the respectability that they have around the league from other ball clubs and the players. They are legitimate contenders. As Sid said, they're just a few people away.
Do you ever see yourself? Would you like to? Here, I'm volunteering you for a job with the president sitting right here. I mean, I know these people would like to see you come back in some capacity, but would you like to come back and work for the Pirates someday?
If I had a choice, this would be my first choice, no question about it. But I'm committed to management now, and I want to grow in that area, so as I was growing up as a player, I wanted the opportunity. It didn't matter what uniform. Yeah. But if I had a choice, I certainly would be here.
See, I just volunteered you. Look for the resume in the mail now.
I've already got the resume worked out.
Thanks a bunch. Sid, thanks. Good luck. We're going to come back in just a moment. There's more ahead from Pittsburgh after this.